Hello guys, welcome back to another high-level match of StarCraft 2. What I got for you today, it's a Protoss versus Terran with two excellent players. Neeb spawning here with the red Protoss versus Clem with the blue Terran. My name is Keanu and together we are going to find out who is going to win. I have no idea. One of the joy of me casting is that I'm going to find out together with you what we are going to do. And these are two of my favorite players. I will not. I will have an educated assumption that this is going to be an intense match. Best of three. So let's see who is winning. Already here we have a gateway and a barrack. So standard opening so far. It's very important for them to scout. So already here we have Neeb that is sending a probe into the opposite direction. And probably Clem is going to do the same. If not with an SUV, probably with a Reaper. These are very good players. Neeb, it's in a place where he can brag that he and Cyril are the only players who have won 3 out of 4 WCS tournaments in a single year. He achieved this in 2017. And Clem had a meteoric rise. Just being a kid for him wasn't playing StarCraft at a high level wasn't something unusual. He's very good, very famous, and he's also playing since 2014 despite the fact that he's 20 years old. But Neeb is not that old, it's only 25, so I'm pretty sure we're going to hear a lot from these guys. Already here the SUV that is scanning, trying to find out what is happening. A cybernetic core, probably for some stalkers. And now Clem has a clear view of his opponent. And also he is building a second command center. It's very important to have a read on your opponent, to know what you have to do, to prepare, to expect. Maybe there is a rush, maybe not. Who knows? This is why a lot of mind games are happening. Already preparing here with a bunker, not bad at all. A bunker gives extra defense. It's very good for turtling. Already here we have a marine that is flying around. And what a robotic facility in the proximity of the Terran base. So yes, apparently Neeb is trying to do a small rush. Is it going to be successful? I wonder. Already here, I'm pretty sure this adept is just making sure nothing is being discovered, and another gateway. But what the SUV is finding out about this? Yeah, he's gonna boosting, but the SUV already find out. This is Clem's point of view, and this is Neeb's point of view. So they have a good aware now of what is happening. The Immortals are very beefy units. But I'm pretty sure Clem is going to be able to defend now that he knows. He has a couple of seconds left until the attack is starting. Then an observer, just to make sure there are no widow mines. And you need Clem, you need more. The Immortal is coming. Look at him. Immediately killing an SUV. Now all the SUVs are here to protect the bunker. And what do we have here in the production? A Viking, a tank, and 2 marines. So the tank is essential. And now more marines in the bunker. Unfortunately, Neeb didn't realize that he has a good advantage. And now this Hellion is doing a lot of shenanigans. So yes, this was something that prevented Neeb from attacking, from being decisive. Now the Viking scouting is seeing exactly what is happening. This is oversaturated, 1 extra worker, here 16 as well. So in terms of income, yes, favoring Neeb for most of the time. In terms of army, Clem right now. So 1 Immortal, 2 Stalkers, I don't think it's enough. Here you have the bunker, you have the tank, the Viking. To give an extra vision to the tanks. Now 2 tanks. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. I don't know. I'm not very confident about Neeb's ability. Shading. Shading, it's a very good ability. seeing exactly what is happening, positioning the tanks a little bit in the back. Now here we have 2 immortals. No more. Protoss is a very heavy gas race. It requires a lot of gas, so probably there is a bottleneck. Now producing more gateways. Nice. So probably Neeb is all faking it, all just going to go all in. Now this supply depot is very good because funnels Protoss units into these 2 choke points. And what do you have here? 2 tanks. And the splash damage of tanks is always massive. Now a Raven, he landed the Viking and he's going all in. So he will not expect, he will not wait for the attack to come. He's the one that is attacking. Yeah, like forcing Neeb to back off. And while this is happening, flanking with Protoss Zealots. Now auto turret is also here by the Raven, and yeah, very successful. Now you had to pull the SUVs. It's never a good chance. Is this going to work? The Immortals are very beefy units. And if something is going to work, it's going to be these Immortals being able to survive. Now more and more Zealots are being sent here. Look of the SUVs repairing the bunker, creating like a big wall, but too many. And Neeb successfully destroying Clem in the first match. Let's go to game number 2. We had a very intensive first game. Let's see the comeback kid, if he's going to actually be able to have a comeback. In game number 1, Clem was destroyed by Neeb. Neeb was able to have 2 immortals that actually were immortal. They were doing a lot of splash damage. It was a successful rush. Now let's see in game number 2 what is going to happen. As usual, I am going to find out together with you. So we have here the good old map Ancient Cistern. It's a very big map, so allows for a lot of long games. Clem is spawning in the top right corner and Neeb in the bottom left one with the red Protoss versus the blue Terran. So what is going to happen? What is going to be the answer after that previous game? So far standard opening for Clem with a barracks and a supply depot and a gateway plus a pylon in the proximity of the base. So probably Neeb is now turtling a little bit. Waiting for an angry Clem to attack or something, and already sending here a probe to check it out. It's very important to scout, otherwise you are going to find yourself with a rush or something unusual, and you need to be prepared. In this real-time strategy, it's also about like mind games that are happening. The Reaper is the first to go, and the drone is better on its way, otherwise is going to be killed by the Reaper. Look at the drone, just preventing the SUV to build a second command center, delaying it for a couple of seconds while his Nexus is loading. And here we have another pylon, probably more structures are going to follow. In terms of these players, they are both exceptionally good, and I'm very proud to be able to present them. Their matches are obviously pro level, and it's important to understand that these players are playing non-stop, so it's very hard for us casual players to be able to pull it off. And while this Reaper is scouting, yes, it was scouted. Here we have a pylon, just for good measures. It's very important the fact that Clem discovered it, otherwise, who knows, maybe Neeb would have tried, but he's still trying, with a Stargate. I thought that he will not. So now he's trying, after he rushed with Immortals, now he's trying to rush with air units. Not bad at all, but already was discovered, and the Reaper is making good of the pylon. So sending probably a Marine is also going to help, or keeping the Marine here. Let's see if the Stargate is going to finish. I would have cancelled it by now, but no. Because here was Stalker was sent to prevent and to make the pylon survive. Interesting. So despite it was discovered, Clem just go ahead. So what's going to be the answer of Clem? In the meantime, in the main base, just standard with a cybernetic core and a gateway. More adepts are coming. And a very fast oracle. But already here too many marines. I don't think that oracle is going to be that efficient. Not too many SUVs here to kill. And one stalker versus 5 marines plus an oracle. And here we have the answer for it, a cyclone. And the cyclone with the lock-on ability, it's able to kill it very fast. Yes. Yeah. So, excellent answer. And now trying to spawn another one. But the cyclone is here. And this pylon has 0 chances of survival. Plus the marines over here, so lost investment. This oracle is probably going to dive in, but another cyclone over here. Just to make sure. Creating a wall off with gateways. Everyone come back for defense. But apparently Clem likes to stay in the defense mode. So this gateway, Stargate has 0 value right now without a pylon. This is how Protoss works. Without a pylon, 0 ability to use it. Let's see the income. Now it's favoring Clem. Some mules were dropped. Terms of army favoring Clem. Now that unit unfortunately was sent just to scout. Here we have a status word, so basically if you send your bio into it, it's going to stay there frozen. And now if you first do not succeed, try again. Another proxy gateway, the proximity. It's a big map, it's hard to know what is happening on the map. Like this is Neeb's point of view, this is Clem's point of view.
Research.
So it's very hard for you to have 100% awareness of the map like we do. Now faking an attack, now withdrawing. The Oracle is here trying to do some shenanigans. Revelation is being used. Revelation is very useful because it shows you exactly what the opponent is doing. Now the lock-on ability is activated. But the Oracle still survives barely. Barely. A Viking would not be a bad idea. A preemptive Viking, it's always good. With pesky oracles, if they dive into the mineral line, look, no missile turrets over here, so he's able to do a lot of damage. Now cyclones are in patrol mode, just trying to scout. And as I said, already 6 kills. But now, yes. Yeah, 2 cyclones. And while this is happening, wow. Yeah, let's see it again. We've missed. So I was watching the cyclone together with you and look at this attack, but Clem already creating a wall off. And blocking it. Wow. Excellent. What do? You have the tanks in the back. Too much splash damage here. So excellent timing for Clement. He was very lucky. And now after a few splashes from the tanks, Clem destroys those units easily. Now Dark Templars. Ooh, I like it. And the Nexus for Neeb. Now Dark Templars. He spotted there are no killing more SUVs, but as Keanu, that's it. It's also important to know that tanks do splash damage to everyone. So this tank 2 kills, this one 2 kills. Let's hope we're only adepts, not SUVs. So 2 base Terran versus 3 base Protoss. No, not bad for Neeb. In terms of workers, we are pretty equal, hovering around 50. 51 for Clem and 55 for Neeb. Now Clem is on the attack, and his army looks menacing. 71 versus 44. So let's see if Neeb has something to answer to this army. He seems to be aware, sending these adepts in this direction. Now probably a little bit of panic mode. An immortal is not sufficient, you need to send more. And what do you do? Yeah, the adepts are good because they can do splash damage to the tanks. Yeah. The shield battery overcharge. But what do you do against 3 tanks? Very hard. This is a very defensive position. Yeah, sending the adept here. Yeah, the adepts are very good. Morphing them in the proximity of the tanks. And he was able to repel the attack. Wow, this is what a pro player will do. Like literally, if it would have been me, yes, those 3 tanks plus a bunch of marines, 0 chances for me to survive. Obviously, I'm not a pro player. So look at this. It's like ballet, but in real time. Now Widow Mines, if they are able to shot, yes. But now Clem has to defend. And is he going to be able to? So in terms of army, we are pretty equal right now. The Templar, 5 kills so far. So without a scan, yeah, the scan was perfect right now. Is he going to be able to survive, Clem, this onslaught? Now, literally a couple of 1 minute, 3 minutes ago, maybe, he was the one attacking, looking awesome. And now Protoss Neeb is acting like the zerg, swarming with adepts. Wow, excellent game so far. So Clem is surviving, barely, but he has 2 orbitals and I don't know, 2 base versus 3. A lot of Widow Mines over here. Very, very intense game, guys. So thank you for watching. I'm pretty sure you also like what you see right now. Non-stop action from these 2 players. One from Europe, the other one from America. Now there are some units over here as well. These are very beefy marauders. And the fact that we have 2 liberators is also helping a lot. They are doing a lot of damage. And Clem apparently surviving. Wow. Excellent. But in terms of economy, favoring Neeb heavily. So Clem needs to do something right here, right now, if he wants to survive. I don't know what to say, but while he is attacking another swarm, because literally adepts are like zerg units, swarming everywhere. It's attacking, Clem is attacking while he's attacked. Wow, so he has to do something, but already here we have 2 Colossus. Yeah, he's teaming, 1 Colossus is down. But I don't know if this is enough. Yeah, this we don't mind. Nothing, no detonation. This Colossus is dead. Is Clem going to be able to destroy? We saw a few units. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, but now Dark Templar, you need to scan. If there is no scan available, very big problem. And more reinforcements are coming. So trying another angle. Is this going to be enough? Is this an all-in? So Clem trying to attack from this part. Another Colossus, another Dark Templar over here. You need a scan, Clem? Yes, this is the scan. But more Dark Templars over here. And apparently Clem is doing it, guys. Look how many Marauders he has. He's the one bullying. Now Neeb is the one that has to pull the probes. With only one stalker over here. Clem, congratulations. What an intensive second game. Let's go to game number 3. I'm very curious who is going to win after all. What an intensive second game there was, guys. So intensive. Back and forth, back and forth. For a while I thought Neeb was going to be able to overwhelm Clem. Then Clem counterattack. Then Neeb counterattack as well. So, wow, what a second game there was. So, very epic, intensive. I really like to cast these two players. So now spawning here in the top corner, Neeb, sorry, I'm a little bit tired, and Clem here in the bottom corner. Game number 3, guys. Let's find out together. In the meantime, thank you very much for subscribing. This helps a lot in terms of YouTube algorithm being able to promote StarCraft 2 and this channel. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments, for your support. Each time I post, I'm very inspired by your kind words. So let me know what you consider I can improve. What are your favorite players? Who would you like to see more? What are your favorite combo? Protoss versus Zerg, Zerg versus Terran, Terran versus Protoss. And thank you very much for watching. What? Clem already trying to block Neeb? Building an engineering bay where he's supposed to be his second Nexus? Wow. So Clem apparently tries to... Okay. He's going to leave it unbuilt so he can cancel it. Wow. So this costs him almost nothing in comparison with the damage. But guess what? Neeb just builds another one. So instead of building where he's supposed to be the second one, he's building where is the third one. So problem solved. So this is what is going on in pro players' mind. So okay, I'm just going to build to the next place available. You can keep your your shenanigans for yourself. Now a mule was dropped, so the income for Clem is going to skyrocket a little bit after this. In terms of workers, we are pretty equal, 23 versus 20. Protoss has the ability to chrono boost, so this gives him an added increased speed in terms of workers production. While for Terran, you have these flying robots. These flying robots immediately going to bring extra minerals to the base. Already here we have 2 Hellions and a Marine. So standard opening and random. Now, who is trying to rush a little bit? Apparently Clem with a starport. What he's going to build? Are there going to be Banshees or something? Now with an adept over here, Neeb realized something is happening, something fishy. Where is the second command center? Why is not here? So yes, something unusual is happening, but you have no idea what. Now adepts have this ability to shade, so he's shading in the opposite direction. And what? A medivac. So probably a drop. Let's see together. Already here the second Nexus is done. And so Hellion drop. Interesting. Let's find out if it's successful. And now the starport is going back home. Already here we have an Oracle and another Oracle. And who is going to spot for Hellion? No one. So a lot of damage being done. And the Oracles are fighting Hellion. This is something that you do not see, especially in Protoss base. In terms of workers, it's now pretty equal, 29 versus 29, not bad at all. Now it's so frustrating to be an Oracle not able to shoot the medivac. So interesting harassment. Now going over here, but already here we have a shield battery. So it's going to be harder, more difficult to be able to kill drones. We need more shots. Look at them, it's not like they do not want to die. But the oracles had enough energy to be able to kill the Herians. Already one has 2 kills, the other one 2 as well. And together with Phoenix, we are flying to do some harassment of their own. Right now we have here a second orbital command center, a little bit delayed. And is this going to be successful? No, too many marines, plus you have the Cyclone. With the lock-on ability, easily these units are going to be dead. So 2 oracles to Phoenix. Phoenix are very good, but in large numbers. So what is going to be the strategy that Clem is going to use, I wonder? And what is going to be the answer of Neeb? So Neeb, 2 status fields over here. In case Clem tries to go with his bio, he's going to be spotted unblocked. And here are some juicy gold mines, gold minerals. And Neeb acquiring the Fur Nexus. It was about time, Neeb. And 42 walkers versus 42. For a second now, Neeb is having a slight advantage for a couple of milliseconds, because immediately Clem had 43, so they are equally matched. Clem has a slight advantage in terms of army size, but it's also about quality, not about quantity. For Terran, it's more like a little bit of zergish approach. You have a lot of marines, while for Protoss it's more about quality. You have a death wall of quality units. Now Steam Pack is ready for Clem, and the revelation was used. And look at the Cyclones being stacked over here. So this is very important, because you see exactly where is your opponent, and 2 of his units are staying behind for a long time. Now going back and forth, back and forth. Another status field. Only a Marauder was caught this time. And now more and more Phoenix. Now Phoenix, excellent. Killing the siege tank. Wow. But Clem does not care. He is literally going with his attack, or just feigning it. As I said, for Phoenix, it's the more the merrier. And its Protoss army looks very good. Clem has to retreat. He decided to retreat to be more defensive, to upgrade and improve his army. When you attack, obviously you are vulnerable to counterattacks, and also there is something called the defender advantage, the fact that he can reinforce way faster units, because he's literally reinforcing in his own base, while yours have to cross the entire map. Now this zealot is being sent here just to prevent the third command center. Look, if you are moving away, you are going to find yourself with a bunch of phoenixes, and the revelation from oracles is genius. Like, you can literally see everything. Now this is their point of view. Extremely dynamic, but concussive shells for the marauders are here. Now more and more units are being produced by both players. Now hovering almost around 150. Have robotic facilities. So let's see what is going to be the winning strategy. Clem trying again to advance. Being revealed. 3 tanks, marauders. Not bad. Cyclones, widow mines. So this is the perfect Terran combo. But while this is happening, a run by. And intercepting the reinforcements. Is Clem going to go back? No, he's going to attack. Has an advantage. Right now he's trying to maximize it, but look, already the status field was able to block a couple of units, now another. So what do? Now you have to stay here to protect them. Luckily these 2 tanks are going to do a lot of damage. And giving enough time to Neeb to come back and try us around. But here we have a Liberator that spotted it. Liberators are very good. They are like aerial tanks. Now here we have Disruptors. Excellent ball shots. And another part of Clem army was frozen. So Clem has to really fight with less units. Now pulling into the front so many Widow Mines, guys. So many Widow Mines, and these are very juicy Zealots. The Zealots are going to this Widow Mine field. We put around. Now using the Medivacs to drop the units to save them. So wow, this is a very intensive match. I would expect nothing less from these two pro players. So let's see. Neeb versus Clem. Wow, excellent detonation for the Widow Mines. 2 kills for this one. Nice. Now one Disruptor is dead. More and more Zealots are losing their life here on Neeb's order. Another Widow Mine splash. So is Clem going to do it? He has a lot of Marauders, and these are very, very beefy units, guys. And now spawning in the same time 2 Colossus. Wow. Wow. But GG. Apparently Neeb realized he has nothing, and Clem won 2 at 1. Keanu over. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe. See you next time.